We play and call it work.
Hey folks, Janene from MiniWarGaming here with another how-to video for you. In this video, we're going to continue painting this Archaon Everchosen mini, and we're going to paint the gold trim around this central armor plate. As always, if there's something you'd like to see in a future how-to video, please leave it down below in the comments. Now we want to paint all of the trim on the armor in a dark gold. However, we're going to start with a really dark brown metallic, just so that the color has a lot of depth to it. We're going to begin with Warplock Bronze. I'm mixing it with just a little bit of Lamian Medium before I apply it, and we are going to apply this as an all-over layer on all of this metal trim around the breastplate. I want to make sure that I get a really nice smooth coat. I want it to get inside all of the runes that are sculpted on the breastplate. And then also there's a pretty wide side to the armor, so I want to make sure that I tilt the mini and I get the sides all the way around. Here's the breastplate after I've coated all of the trim with that Warplock Bronze. Our next color is going to be Balthazar Gold. This is also mixed with a little bit of Lamian Medium, as are all of the colors for this tutorial. And I'm going to apply this color by slowly layering it on top of my darker metallic. This top area makes a little bit of a W, and I want the highlight to be concentrated on all of the points of the W, especially the bottom two, where it's a little bit further down on the armor. However, we are going to be doing a little bit of highlight on that central point that goes up. As we move to this side piece of the armor, there's a sculpted line right in the middle of this section. Our brightest highlight is going to be on the bottom section of each of these halves. After we finish that subtle highlight of Balthazar Gold, we're going to start brightening things up a little bit. We're going to use Brass Scorpion. This is a nice bright orangey metallic. It's going to start making things seem a lot brighter because we do want this trim to be gold, even though it's got a lot of dark areas to the gold. And we're going to be applying it to all of the same areas that we just highlighted with that Balthazar Gold color. However, we're going to be painting progressively less and less of the trim with each successive color that we apply. As I apply this Brass Scorpion, it's useful for me to have some of my previous color on the palette as well, so that if I ever feel like the transition is too stark between the two, I can go back with a little bit of my Balthazar Gold color and blend that transition a little bit to make sure that there's a smoother gradient between all of the colors. Again, as I move to this side piece, I want to catch this lower edge on the top half and the lower edge on the bottom half as well. Here's the breastplate after we finish with that Brass Scorpion highlight. Next, we want to move on to Ganons Gold. There's a very subtle color difference between Brass Scorpion and Ganons Gold, so we're not going to be using a lot of this color. Ganons Gold, however, is a little bit more of a yellow metallic than an orange, so putting a little bit of this over the top is going to make it so that our metallics are a little bit more yellow. After finishing the Ganons Gold, I want to apply some Seraphin sepia over all of the trim. I don't need to use a lot of this shade. I'm applying it the consistency it is straight out of the pot. However, I'm putting some on the mini and then moving it around so it's not too thick anywhere. I really like this color for gold metallics because it's so warm and it's not going to darken our gold very much. However, it is going to tint all of the colors underneath it and just kind of help them blend together a little bit better. Also, after it dries, it's going to tone down the shininess of some of these metallics a little bit. And that's going to let us have a gradient not only from a very dark metallic to a very bright metallic, but we're also going to have a transition from a more matte metallic to a very shiny metallic. Here's the breastplate after that Seraphin sepia is dried. Our next highlight is going to be with Archaon Gold. And I want to apply this color as an edge highlight all the way around all of the edges of the armor. And when we get to the points where we have our gold a little bit brighter, we're going to add a little bit more than the edge highlight. We're going to draw that color a little bit up into the points. We want to highlight this line on the middle of the side piece. Here's the breastplate after we've lined everything with that Archaon Gold. We're going to do one final highlight. This time we're going to use Runefang Steel. I want to use this as a super highlight on all of the points of the armor, just to add one final pop of brightness. I'm also going to use this color to outline the lower edge of all of these runes on all of this armor trim, just to make them stand out a little bit more than they are right now. I'm not going to outline them entirely, I feel like that would be too much, but just catching that lower edge with this brighter steel color is going to make them pop a little bit more. Alright, and with that final little bit of Runefang Steel, the armor trim on this breastplate is complete. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more how-to videos, I have another one where I painted the glowing blue star on the breastplate in the MiniWarGaming Vault in the link down below in the description. If you don't already have a Vault membership, you can go ahead and click the link, sign up for a 7-day free trial, and get access to my video, as well as hundreds of other videos in the MiniWarGaming Vault. So go ahead, click the link, start your free trial, and happy wargaming!